Hi there. If you don't know me, I am Kat and I'm the owner of Heart Powered Living. This video is a bonus feature to Heart Powered Conversations, a podcast that I host where I have conversations with inspiring humans who are living life from the heart, my dear friends, other creatives, visionaries, leaders of light. And I also share my personal journey. I share parts of what I channel, the teachings that are coming through me, the embodied lessons that are coming through. And it's really a place for me to share in a way that is not necessarily scripted or really well thought out and organized, the way that I would if we were sitting there having coffee as we're having a heart-powered conversation. So the thing I wanted to talk about today is related to women, and especially mothers, who feel this urge to create, who feel this urge to be of service in some way, to birth some form of creation, a business, or maybe it's a YouTube channel, maybe it's an Instagram channel, whatever it is, to share a book, an oracle deck, whatever it is. And they feel this urge for this project to be birthed through them. And that's truly the way that we're being asked to create, is to channel whatever wants to come through us, knowing that we really are the only ones who could bring this exact thing through, because we are partly higher consciousness that is connected to that. And we also have this channel that it is working through, that is our human, with all of the experiences, the talents, the desires, the past lives, and all the things that we are, this package that is able to put this creation out. And I say package because it kind of makes sense in the puzzle piece that we are. And the outside world is telling us, birth a business, birth a company. You need to do it, and you need to start making 5K months. Then it's the 10K months. Then it's the this and that. And you have to have a website, and you have to do this. And what is your branding, and what is this? And I am so familiar with it. My entrepreneurial journey started 14 years ago, maybe even longer. 20 years ago, I started my career in advertising, marketing, in project management, in all of this, all of the corporate stuff. And I left this world 14 years ago to start my first company, and then my second one, which I ended up selling, taking some time off, and then starting Heart Powered Living. So that world, that way of operating is very familiar to me. It's my default operating system, but that no longer works. It's not how we're being invited to birth creation, to birth solutions, to birth new earth structures and systems into existence. This thing came this morning. Would you tell a mother, a pregnant woman, to start pushing before her body was ready, before the baby was ready to come? Would you tell a 3-month pregnant woman to push? Would you tell a woman who was barely dilated to push? Her baby didn't even descend yet. Would you tell her to push? You wouldn't. And that's what the outside world is telling us. I used to tell people that. I used to do that. And that leads to two things. It leads us to burnout, and it leads us to chasing our own tails. It leads us to birthing things that we didn't want, to being frustrated, to doing it the way that really is not in alignment with our nature. And if you think of it as that analogy that I was given, as the woman who is maybe 2 centimeters dilated and she's pushing, and she's sweating and she's cursing and she's like, what are you, because something feels not quite right. She knows she should not be pushing, right? But she doesn't know how to stop because everyone around her is telling her to push. And what is she asking for? She's like, give me drugs, give me a scalpel, cut this baby out, do whatever. She's not trusting herself, right? She's not trusting the world to leave me, let me be. I want to trust the timing. I want to give this, my body and the baby, time to come as it's meant to, as they're meant to. And the same applies to the business. As I was receiving this, I was hearing, you are a doula. You help women birth their businesses. And this is not to make a comparison of your business, the business being a baby, which I actually do not believe that at all. I believe your business is a temple. It's a healing temple, and you are the flame keeper of this business. And the analogy that is being given, the way that you want to, the way that is most natural to you to do this, is the free birth at home in a pool of water, surrounded by your loved ones, surrounded by the doulas, by the midwives, right? That is the birthing experience that most of us want. Many of us feel robbed of it because of the system we were in. I for one had C-sections, and because I truly had to, there was no other way around it. And I'm very grateful for the medical care that I received and all the things. But I've always had that little envy of like, oh, that experience looks so beautiful. And now I get to birth creation in other ways. And I get to guide women to birth their dreams into being. And the way that it's shown to me is in your womb space, which is your creative center. You have these, it's almost like stardust. It's these seeds of creation that want to explode. And if you're into sacred geometry, it's like the flower of life. It's like it goes from this little seed and it splits, and then it goes greater and explodes. And that's the process that I take people through. I actually just finished a 9-month-long container, and a new one is getting ready to start in September. It's 9 months. It starts in September until May, and it gives you space to do that. It gives you space to flush out the idea if you're ready to flush it out. If you're somebody who is just connecting to yourself, really stepping into your sovereign power with your intuitive abilities, maybe it's mediumship, maybe it's some creative juices are flowing and you want to create, maybe it's a mission like a nonprofit, maybe it's a vision for a modality that doesn't exist yet that you have. And all of these things can sound crazy and impossible, but you are being shown these dreams, these desires, these visions, because you are the one here to birth them. If you're being shown and given them, it means that it is possible for you and through you. So there's that one piece. It gives you that space to nurture you to kind of come into yourself and allow whatever it is to cook inside you and to explode and birth. The second piece of it is that there is an energetic overlay over every business structure. Your business temple has a energetic template. Think of it as like a pyramid structure that glows with light codes, that exists as an overlay over your actual business, or your website, or whatever, however you want to imagine it. And this energetic structure needs to be turned on. We need to understand it. We need to connect to it. We need to learn to be a flame keeper of this energetic structure. We need to understand how the ideas are coming in and how this inspiration wants to birth through us and come into the physical. We are being invited to work more closely with higher consciousness. What does that mean to be guided by it? And this is not just connecting to the deva, to the spirit of your business and saying, hey, give me advice, what wants to be birthed right now. It's an ongoing relationship that you get to cultivate. This is what it means to be the bridge between worlds, between realities. And when I connect to the consciousness of women, female light workers around the world, this is what I'm feeling. It's this deep desire to birth something that doesn't quite exist. And they have an existing, maybe it's a healing modality, maybe it's some certification, maybe it's an interest in something, and it's like, this is not quite it. I'm supposed to do something different. And it's building this energetic template around it. And then when they're showing me the tent, you know how you put in the frame of the tent and then you put the actual tent in, the cover itself, this waterproof material over it, that's what this is like. You build the energetics of it and you build the top part of it, and then you have a structure, and this structure needs foundation. How are you going to build this foundation of trust with a lot of patience, connecting to your soul family? Because everyone who's going to be coming into your temple is your soul family, and it takes some rewiring for ourselves, the mindset that we come with. How are we going to accept money for these services? Should they be free? What is the energetic exchange? How does that happen? And the pyramid codes teach us that it's no longer one-to-one, where somebody comes into your pyramid temple, into your tent, and says, here's $5, what can I get for this? That it's a different exchange, that it's a universal flow of abundance that we're plugging into. And we're plugging into a network of other pyramid temples. At first, it might look like a campsite, then it becomes a village, and then it becomes a beautiful, I'm going to put an image to show you. It looks like this. It's a network of pyramid temples, healing temples that we get to build so that we can experience the creation power that we came here to deliver, to experience, so that the gifts could flow through us. And we get to learn to co-create with other sisters in this. We get to co-create with the divine, with the network of beings that are coming to assist us. And we're building a movement individually and collectively. So if this resonates and you are drawn to building a business this way, birthing your dream and building it in this feminine, guided way without pushing before it's ready to be fully birthed. If you are wanting to work on the energetics and build a network of like-minded, like-hearted sisters, I invite you to join my Empowered Creation 9-month-long container. If what I'm saying resonates with you, but you're not quite ready to jump in, schedule a call. Schedule a 30-minute call. See if we're a match, if this is a good fit for you, to get more details of what you will receive, what to expect. And the last thing I'd like to mention, if you're somebody that already has a business, if you have a business that you wish was more energetically connected, you wish that the ideas that you were bringing through and the messaging around it was more from the heart, that it felt like this is truly coming from my soul, that there's no other way, that this is the thing I'm here to deliver. but you already have a business, you already have clients, and you're looking to maybe shift it a little bit or to grow some spiritual energetic roots, I invite you to as well connect with me, because I do serve existing businesses and I have a community, the Temple of the Queens, where we do exactly this. We guide you through porting your business from that 3D masculine running the business the old-fashioned way into porting it into this new system, plugging into the net, plugging into source, and activating the creator codes that are there, so that all of this new yummy goodness can flow through you and out into the world. So the link for that is below as well. Schedule a call with me if it resonates. I would love to chat with you. And thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and I'm excited to connect with you.